Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a short video applying foundation. The foundation that I'm going to be applying is the new Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the shade F4. So I want to share with you, and the difference with this video is that I'm going to be applying it differently. Now, I usually apply my foundation with one of these kabuki brushes from eBay, but what I want to do is apply it using, I've opened the box, and it is this, and again it's the Nudes collection. I'm absolutely loving the Nudes collection at the moment. I went back and I picked these up. It is the PS Nudes 2-pack blender sponge, and these are £2 amazingly, so £1 each. So if this works, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now the sponges look like this, so you get obviously two, you get one. Let me just get that out. It's like a teardrop, and the top half is a nudie pink and the bottom half is a nudie brown. The second one, which I've already dampened, is still a teardrop, but the bottom of it is flat, and this one is just like a nudie yellow shade. So I'm quite intrigued by this. I've never used a larger sponge to apply my foundation. I have used the very tiny sponge from Makeup Revolution to apply the liquid highlight, but I've never used one like this to apply foundation. Obviously I've seen a lot of tutorials where people have used the sponge. They seem to get on really well with it. Obviously people swear by it. I have used nothing but this or these brushes, or a brush like this, so I'm really intrigued. Now also I want to just mention as well that when I went back to Primark, I also picked up some nails, and these ones, I think these are cashmere, and they're the nails with the flat tip. Silly enough to apply them just before this, and I'm going from short nails to long nails, and it feels a little bit different, obviously, so bear with me if I'm struggling to either open anything or do anything today, but I thought I'd test these out. These are only £1. The glue seems to be very good as well. I used to always have my nails done, you know, acrylic, or I used to wear acrylic nails all the time, until one day the glue actually, it didn't seem to work. They may have changed it or something like that, and it actually melted my nails. So then I moved on to the press-on nails that you can pick up from Boots, I believe, or Superdrug, and I was typing then, so I had to have them quite short. So this is quite a jump for me. So I'm testing these out, and I may do a video about those as well, you know, to see how I get on. If the glue doesn't work, then I'm going to get some of those press-on pads that you can get, because they seem to work very well, and even if the nail comes a little bit loose, you can just press it back on. So I'm hoping that these do not ping off. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So now I'm just going to put my headband on to get my hair out of the way. I'm so worried about, at the moment, scratching myself. I've got to get used to the length of my nails again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is apply the stick foundation. I have already, as you can see, I've applied my brows. I've also applied the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I'm all ready to go. I've also added the oil as well from Makeup Revolution, which I'm really loving. You would have seen from a video recently how I applied that with this foundation. But yeah, so I'm just going to put a few stripes of this product on my face. And now I do have to build this up because I do like full coverage, even though I've got no blemishes or anything like that. That's just how I like to wear my makeup. So I may have to build it up, but it just depends on how it works with this sponge. So like I say, I've already dampened it. So let's have a go, see how this works. Now it's blending out very nicely actually. The sponge does seem a little bit firm, but I've got nothing to compare it to, so obviously I'm not going to really, you know, like really pound my face. So I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. But yeah, that's worked really, really well. And I do feel when I apply my brows before foundation, I think I'm going to use this straight edge. Just to go round the brows. I do not want to take my brows off. That is really good so far. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more. I'm also finding, I just want to mention about the fast base, I've actually used this a lot now. I probably used it for about 3, 4, even, yeah, probably 3 or 4 applications, and a little of this goes a long way, even though I'm probably putting on like 2 applications each time because of my love of a full coverage foundation. But I really find that this is actually giving me a very, very smooth finish. Like I say, I've got nothing to compare it to, so I really don't know, you know, if there are going to be differences with other beauty sponges. The only one that I've used is for the highlight, but I mean, I can't really, you know, compare it to that because it's only highlight that I have applied. With the Fast Base foundation, when I did the tutorial, I did take it all the way down my neck, I think, but I'm finding with this one I don't need to because the colour is so good. All I have to do is blend it out. Sorry. Which is very good. Yeah, I've just got to do my nose. I have to do it usually with my finger. I will try it with the sponge and see how I get on. But usually it just will not apply with a brush. That is really good. It's applied very, very well on my nose. I mean, also obviously you've got the intricate area around the nostrils, and the sponge has, you know, usually I'm doing it all with my finger, but it's actually worked incredibly well. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't have to do it with my finger because I probably have scratched myself. Really, really love that. I'm just blending it all around here. I'm really, really impressed with that. I'm absolutely loving that. I've got a little bit of product on the sponge, probably a little bit of product is soaked into the sponge, but obviously I find that anyway with, you know, the brush. But yeah, really, really like that. It's worked so, so well. It's given a very, very even coverage, and what I really like about the foundation actually is that it does give you it enhances your skin. So rather than, and if you're a regular viewer, you know I use the L'Oreal foundation. It has been my holy grail actually for quite some time, but that actually with the weather how it is at the moment, I had dry skin and that looks like a mask, but with the Beauty Blender especially today, I think that has given a really nice coverage. Absolutely loving it. I'm not going to put any more makeup on now because I wanted to just feature on the actual foundation and how it applied with the sponge, and I would really love your feedback on that. Of course I will have to set it, as I always do, because I do have you know, oily skin and I do like to set it, but apart from that I'm really loving the coverage. Especially this area here, because I do have a few pores here that you can see, but it's actually, when it's hard to explain, but usually when I put or use a brush, it tends to go over, whereas the sponge has really, I don't know, it looks a lot smoother than usual because it's, I suppose, forced the product into the pores rather than just swiping over it, if you see what I mean. So yeah, really impressed with that, and I should definitely be using these sponges again. In fact, I've got to go to Cambridge very soon to visit my daughter Ebony, which I've featured on this channel. I think I'll pop into Cambridge and pick up some more of those because I can see that I'm going to be using those. I absolutely love it. Doesn't look cakey, looks really good. So of course, as always, I'd really love your feedback. What do you think about those sponges? Have you tried them? What do you think about the application? I'd really like to hear your thoughts on that. And of course, if you are, or you have just stumbled across my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribed and to watch further videos, of course. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.